Te omnes salvete Marius Glabrius tecum. This is Marius Glabrius again, once again back from a long absence. And just to fill you in a little on what's been going on, I switched jobs, uh, moved into a new home. So there's been a lot of things that have gone on over the last few months, and back here again, settled in to my new home and ready to continue with my hobbies, which was one of these, the Latin Language Revival channel and Instagram, along with my calligraphy, as you see over there. So glad to be back. And I was going to share some recitations that I've been reading on since I've been still reading Latin every day. So one of the recitations or readings I've been on recently, and mind you, I'm sure most of my audience is much younger than I am, perhaps. For those of you who are from my generation, and we're talking about 80s, 90s, um, and I grew up in a small town, uh, I still remember the libraries where we used to, where nothing was digital. And those of you who may remember, and books that I recall from a very, very early age, um, that were very old. And based on the research that I've done nowadays, this stuff must have been from the 17th century print. And one of those was Horace's odes and writings of his poems. And it fascinates me because after rediscovering it, I have a vague memory of looking at these books and these illustrations as a kid. And so I'm going to share some of that with you right now. So I'm going to switch over screens. Book. It's an archive of a book online of the Emblemata from Horace, and this was a 15th century, or I'm sorry, 16th century publication. And well, here's the print on it, and then what I remember so well as a child, because we are so impressionable when we're children, is this illustration from a book that I remember looking at. And as you can see in the illustration here, this is a bag full of money and coins, and these little demons flying around all over the place. The Horatiana is what these are called. I would consider this like an anecdote or an ode from back in the day on moralities. And this book is, or this particular illustration is called Avaritiæ Malum, or I would say to describe it better as evil avarice or ugly avarice. Not that I think that there's any difference in avarice, I think it's all bad, but it's ugly greed. And in the book, Liber 3, Ode, or Cantum Sedecim, 16, Crescentim sequitur cura pecuniam, majorumque fames. And from Cicero, tu dies noctisque cruciaris qui non sat est, quod est, et ipsum quod abes ne diuturnum sit futurum times. Neque enim unquam expletur, aut satiatur cupiditatis sitis. Neque solum ea quae abes, libidine augendi cruciaris, sed amittende petu. And then another one from Juvenal. Interea, maybe repeat that, interea pleno cum turget saculus ore, crescit amor numi, quantum ipsa pecunia crescit, et minus anc optat, qui non abet. And this is in, I believe this is in Dutch, and then there's a French translation as well. not translation, but just an anecdote of greed and how when you keep having some possession, you keep on wanting more and more. It's unending avarice.